Now, when it comes to Android, the steps are essentially the same, but it's going to be a little bit more complicated because each Android phone is different. You may have another Files app. Your Files app may be able to unzip files. It may not be able to unzip files. So depending on your that can unzip files or get an app, open up the Friday Night Funkin' app once again to generate the necessary files. This may or may not be necessary, but I'll just do this as like a precaution, as like an extra step, just so we don't have any issues. We close the app and then we go on to Google once again. I'm going to use Google Chrome here. We search for Game Banana V-Slice mods. I've already searched for that. We click on the link itself here. Once we're on Game Banana, I'm just going to click on Most Downloaded, select once again Spooky Mix V2. We scroll down and we then select Manual Download. And I once again click on the download link. And right now, it should pop up here at the top here and say downloading. If we give it a second, there you see, file is downloading. If I click on details, you can see here that it's being downloaded. So we're just going to wait for this to download fully. When your mod is downloaded, what I'll actually do is I'll exit out of this. I'll open up my app drawer and then I'll search for files. And in this case, I'm just going to use the Files app. Once I'm in here, I'm going to click on downloads. And inside of downloads, you can see we do have the Spooky Mix mod pack. I'm going to click on it, which is going to ask me to extract it. Again, this may be different in your case. You may actually have to download an unarchive app or like an unzip app from the Play Store. But what I'll do is I'll click on extract here, and now we just wait for the mod to actually unzip. Once the app is done unzipping, you're going to see all of these files here in your download folder, and that's because your download folder showcases all of your files on your phone, but not the actual folder structure. So in this case, we're going to go back from downloads. We're going to go down into internal storage. Then we go into download. Once we're inside of download, you can see we do have Spooky Mix 202 mod pack. We can go inside of this and here we have our mod pack. Now what we could do is we could click on the three dots, move to, and the location of the mods is inside of Android. We have OBB. We have me.ifnf me.funkin.ifnf. Inside of this, we have mods, and then we could just click on move. But there's going to be a problem. At the bottom, it's going to show us couldn't move files. And that's because there is like a problem or a bug where the Android folder or the OBB folder is like a sacred place that you cannot touch. So what we have to do in order to fix this is that we go back out into our internal storage. We select Android. Inside of Android, we go into OBB. Inside of OBB, we select me.funkin.ifnf. We actually just delete the mods folder. So we permanently delete the mods folder, and then we create a new one, all lowercase mods. Once our mods folder is created, we basically have to go back once again into internal storage. We go down, select downloads, into our Spooky Mix. We select the three dots. We move to, back into Android, OBB, me.funkin.ifnf, inside of mods, and move here. And now you can see it's actually moving the folder. And now we are in the progress of installing our mod. This problem I've only noticed on Android. iPhone, it's super easy, but on Android, you basically have to delete that mod folder and then create it. Otherwise, it kind of acts like a protected folder where you can't really interact with it until you delete it and then basically create a new one. And now when our folder is actually moved, we can go back and verify. So we select on internal storage. We go into Android, OBB, me.funkin.ifnf, mods, and inside of this we have the Spooky Mix mod pack. So now we can finally go back and select Friday Night Funkin'. And once we open it up here, it should basically boot us straight into the mod itself. And as you can see here, we are inside of the Spooky Mix, and I can showcase it by going